Hey, beauties. Let's talk about 5 traps to avoid if you're beautiful from the hood. Number one, being gaslit. So, since you come from humble beginnings, anytime that you show signs of going past the limitations that have been set for you from where you come from, you will come up against humbling tactics, and it will make you question your own reality and potential. The point gaslighting has in this context is to make you believe that you are not the prize, you're a dime a dozen, you're an easily replaced object. They try to warp your mind and project their insecurities onto you so that you'll think that you're lower than them. But in actuality, girl, you are the one who has the light. You are the one who seeks peace regardless of any mistakes that you have ever made. You have to understand beauty is an energy, it's not just looks. So when people see that your character is decent and you take accountability for your own actions on top of helping other people, you're bubbly, whatever it is, that thing that you do, that's beauty. That's the beauty that you don't see these days. So people will try to gaslight you into thinking that your very way of being is somehow flawed. Your very essence is a problem. Okay, this is a very psychoanalytical perspective that if you're still naive to the tactics, you will always finish last and be in a continuous cycle of being used, tamed, shelved, and abused. Okay, another great example of being gaslit, especially with men, is when they try to tell you that your standards are too high because they can't reach them, or they say your value is lowered because you have a child. This is a humbling tactic to make you come into agreement with mediocrity. And it's demonic because it's the frequency of shame and guilt. They want you to be in shame, in the box of shame for your past mistakes. And it also declares that you can't go anywhere past these limitations set for you by these people who are obviously being ruled by shame as well because they use shame tactics on you. Vicious cycle. Number two, falling in love and falcon. Okay, this is 5 traps to avoid if you're beautiful from the hood. Okay, number two is falling in love and falcon before your frontal lobe develops. It's just a funny way to say it, guys. But falling in love and, getting busy before your frontal lobe develops, this is a huge trap. Okay, many generations have endured, many generations. Okay, they're young, they have a little guidance, or they're sneaking around, they start hanging out, partying, having sex, and then, they're hot and heavy and in the moment, and then boom, 60% of the girls from your high school have had a child or children before 25. And or, they're distracted with being up under a man instead of figuring out her identity as a woman. And I just want to say this for the record. Everybody has their time in life that they go through certain seasons and certain phases. So there are some girls who are late bloomers, and in the beginning, they were learning their identity and then they bloom later. And then there are some girls who bloomed earlier, but then later in life, they go through things that happen that forces them to sit down and figure out their identity because some of these things happen. We're not superheroes. We can't avoid every single trap. All we can do is go through life and then give wisdom to the next generation. And or if you have avoided some of these traps, let the girls know. Let the girls know. Let the girls know, okay? Do not be boy obsessed. Do not be boy crazy. Okay. We love boys. I get it. I get it. Trust me, I get it. I was one of them girls like, oh, I got a crush. I got a crush. I get it. But who you're laying down with and who you're giving your body to, especially before your frontal lobe develops, it can really scare you and really disgust you. You'll look back like, I was doing what with who? Oh my goodness. You know, so instead of figuring out her identity as a woman, she's just so wrapped up in a man. And this topic is actually very touchy and triggering and real to many, many women out there. And if you've been affected by this, I just want to say I do believe in alchemy, and you can most definitely take something that was seen as a negative or may appear as a negative and turn it into something positive. Okay, but on my channel, we're not gonna deny the facts. We cannot deny that many girlies get caught up in the emotions young and make permanent decisions with temporary men, and now they are mentally stuck in that trap. Many mothers, bitter mothers, grandmothers, they're still talking about their baby daddy and they haven't moved out of that energy. And we don't want to be mentally stuck in that trap. And it's a reason that one of the enemy's favorite weapons is sex. It's meant to cloud our judgment and derail our destiny. So if you're young watching this, I just want you to keep your head on a swivel and always wear protection. I don't care how much you like him, your frontal lobe, it just doesn't develop before 25. Heck, do you know you even have another shift at 28? So please don't rush love and lust because it's a trap that you don't want to end up regretting because many, many women do. All right, so let's move to number 3 on 5 traps to avoid if you're beautiful from the hood. Number 3, hanging with toxic Tina and bitter Bianca. Your friends influence you, period. It doesn't matter how strong minded you think you are. Don't deny it. Don't deny it, sis. This is a safe space to accept it and assess it. Survival mode and bitterness, it can bring out the worst in people. These women can sabotage opportunities for you. They can bring down your aesthetic value, even if they're cute as well, because again, beauty is an energy. These women are often jealous and never satisfied. Please disconnect and detach now. Stop trying to be nice. Stop trying to relate. Stop trying to act like you don't want the best for yourself. And I know you want the best for yourself because you're watching this and you've made it this far. You're tapped in. Please cut them off. No slack, no remorse. Because a lot of times they don't have any slack or remorse gossiping about you and backbiting you. So you need to do what's best for you and detach from these type of women because they are a cancer.